Alright, so today's video we're watching a Gold 4 Sigma Orisa Junker Queen on Shambali. First of all, Shambali's an interesting map. Second of all, the number one issue that their team runs into is how do you deal with a Wrecking Ball? And sometimes I hear about that in ranked where you either have a Wrecking Ball on the other team who is absolutely dominating and you can't do anything about, or there's a Wrecking Ball on your team who has 0 limbs and gets stuck on walls, right? There's no in between. The Wrecking Ball on your team is feeding, the Wrecking Ball on the other team is the best Wrecking Ball in the game. That's how it goes. So we'll see. If you like this video, hit the like button, sub to the YouTubes. Also, leave a comment. All right, sound good? Here we go. How do they deal with a Wrecking Ball? That's the question here. We'll find out. There's the ball. Okay, so you're on Mercy's end right now. First step. Get a Tracer or a Sombra. Tracer can help a bit with the new changes to just like pressure the Wrecking Ball. I will say whenever I play ball, having a Tracer who just sits in the Wrecking Ball can be so frustrating. I'll be real with you. You're kind of doing an okay job of just ignoring the ball. Sometimes, like, it's tough to do that as a tank especially. But, like, as Sigma, it's really hard to follow up on ball unless you have a really good rock timing. So, like, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of damage on the ball to make them have to run away, but then I just kind of look at the front line. Because Wrecking Ball also means they'll be a little bit susceptible in front of you. Easier said than done, of course, right? Easier said than done. Have you missed bingo yet? No, after this, we're doing Doomfist bingo. Tough start. Really good play by their Tracer. But yeah, Tracer can definitely help. The problem that a lot of people deal with Wrecking Ball is, like, if you ignore Wrecking Ball, like I said, then Wrecking Ball pops off. If you look at Wrecking Ball, then they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So, you know, for me as Sigma, and I actually don't even like the matchup against Ball. Like, straight up, if you were like, hey, if I did a Sigma guide, I would not put Wrecking Ball in my, like, easy matchups. Maybe 50-50, even then I'd say probably a bad matchup, because you just can never, unless the Wrecking Ball is rolling at you in a straight line, you're probably not going to get as much value as you would like, right? It just won't happen. So.
The barrier appears.
You said you go D.Va here and they go Zarya, Sim, Mei the next team fight? I've had that happen in my games. I actually do like D.Va against Ball. Not as like a... I like the idea of being able to help heal on their plays, especially when their Wrecking Ball's going for those, like... You know when Wrecking Ball pile drives and your teammates get pooped up into the air? That's a really good opportunity as D.Va to defense matrix your teammates when they're up in the air, and that can help a ton too. That right there, if the Wrecking Ball is going to do that, that's totally fine to turn for him. If the Wrecking Ball decides to get stuck there, what rank is this? Gold, if I recall correctly.
Barrier cannot withstand much more. You see but a fraction.
As Sigma, you can definitely help with that soldier. So, uh-oh. Good play there. I don't know if you did it on purpose. A little bit of a side note. For players playing Sigma and anybody who's learning Sigma or has a shield, you can use your shield to clear mines. So sometimes, especially if you don't need the shield to its fullest extent, you take your shield, you throw your shield towards the mines, just right through the mines. It will clear any of the mines until the shield breaks or any mines it goes past. So remember to always do that as Sigma. Not always, but like if like it's necessary, you can clear the mines. Okay? I don't know if you did that on purpose because you threw a few through the mines. But when you're playing Sigma, always remember that against Wrecking Ball. No, not always, because, like, there's certain situations. Nice ult. Should be a guaranteed team fight win for you. A little bit of an over ult, but we take those. Yep, Brock. Yeah, that Tracer doesn't like you. That's a second pulse bomb. But the best part is you get to ping them aggressively for your teammates and hope they get the Tracer. Good walk. I mean, I enjoyed the treadmill, Spectatings. You know what's funny? Because I didn't know what to expect with the treadmill Spectatings. And then I've seen comments already of like, why aren't you on the treadmill? What's going on? Do they want to see it more? I'm like, okay. Who would have thought? I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, I don't see how this goes. Need more Instagram stories? Yeah, I gotta still get better at that. I mean, like, at the same time, like, I kind of have, like... And also, this goes back again. You're kind of doing what you want to do for a second here, which is kind of stay on the cart and work with your team. The problem is your teammates aren't playing as a core. This is why I would... These are one of these situations where this is where you probably want to make your hero swap. When you find that, like, you're on the cart by yourself, and nothing's happening and you can't do anything, this is where you make that swap, because Sigma struggles against these dive comps. Any hero that can get behind you as Sigma, you're going to struggle a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean Sigma isn't playable. It's just your team has to also play that same comp with you. And if they're running around the map doing whatever, like, what can they do, right? So.
No one can hide.
Yeah, Brock? Don't need to use Eat yet. If Wrecking Ball's running away from you, you don't want to use your Eat. It's a very good cooldown. You don't want to waste it. Doesn't mean you won't waste it. I waste all the time when I play Sigma, but... Okay. Patience with your rock. Now you want to... I was going to say, now you want to use your Eat, because it was really obvious that Tracer was going in with a Pulse Bomb, and there it is. I'm telling you right now, because your question was about, like, playing Sigma here. You're in a tough spot because you're at 80% ult charge. If you have, like, a hero pool, like, where, like, you know, you play more than just Sigma, this would be an opportunity to swap. And like I said, you might win the team fight here, you might get your ult. But if you notice, you're spending most of the majority of your game seeing the kill feed light up into trades. Yep. Look at that. What can you do when Broccoli Rob boops 3 of your teammates off the high ground? What a boop. Also, it's a Wrecking Ball, so you're playing into the Wrecking Ball by going coast side over there. All right, here we go. It's time. You got to ult high ground now. This is your timing. I think they just used Lamp, if I'm correct. This is your timing. This is your timing. There you go. Right in front of the Sombra. Perfect. All right. Honestly, been there, done that. When it comes to playing against the Sombra, you're just getting out of the way. Perfect. Your shield's just sitting there doing nothing. Your shield is sitting there doing nothing. That's the Wrecking Ball that's dominating your backline right now. I want you to know that. Okay, let's continue on. Yeah, you're just staggering the ball. Right? Smart play. Yep, you're trying to keep him in OT spawns. It's always good to see the Wrecking Ball kill your Sombra by rolling into him. Sometimes it's a bit easier to hit the rock on the pile drive, at least for me. They can also be preference. I felt like that should have hit. I'll be honest with you. I feel like that should have hit. I'm just saying. Oh, what a hack. Gotta love Lamp, right? Oh, he got EMP'd. Oh, they got EMP'd. What a treat for everybody. Everybody in this lobby just had fun right there. Oh, also, another tip. If you don't have Rock or you don't feel comfortable using Rock against a pile drive and Wrecking Ball, if you shield in front of the ball where their pile drive will be, you can block all the damage. So let's say the Wrecking Ball goes in for a pile drive and you put your shield in front of them. When they pile drive, it will do no damage. They won't get any value from it. So you can do that a lot too, that I'll do as Sigma also, especially if I can see what their pile drive is. It will block the whole play. If it's on the ground, make sure your shield's on the ground. The Telestrator, when I see a better example, I can. That was a play. Okay. So what I will say again here with Sigma is, like, the reason why it feels like such a struggle for you is because Wrecking Ball is already good against Sigma to begin with, in the sense that you can get displaced quite a bit. So, you know, I know that you're eventually going to make hero swaps this game too, etc. A lot of that starts with just recognizing that your matchup isn't the best there. But I'll show you in a second what I mean by the Wrecking Ball. Give me 1 second.
There is much to do.
It's okay to hold here against the ball if you want to. Okay. It's So I'll pause back for a second. I'll show you what I meant by that. Okay, this is just to show you an example. I'm going to show you where the wrecking ball lands. I know your shield's not there, right? Okay. So what I wanted to showcase, you see with the wrecking ball, do you see the wrecking ball here? So if your shield lands here, none of this will happen, right? So that's why I say, like, if you can put your shield to prevent the wrecking ball on one of the sides, none of this will happen. You won't get booped up in the air. So a lot of the time, you can kind of predict that shield. So if you struggle with that, you can do that a little bit, all right? Does it have to touch the ground? Yes. I mean, there's a little bit of leeway on it, but I always try to have it aim the ground. But for the most part, yes, it should do that. Get Brock. You should utilize the... Yeah, I mean, you could bounce the damage off the walls as Sigma. I think that takes a little bit of time. But yeah, I mean, bounce the damage off walls can definitely help. Use your E. Gotta be careful there. When you're playing tank as Sigma, prioritize cover and cooldown usage. That's what makes a really good Sigma good at Sigma. Is, yeah, you hit your shots, you hit your rocks, etc. But your cooldown usage is one of your most important parts. And a lot of that comes with your positioning. So hide behind walls a little bit more when you can, all right? That's something you definitely have to try to do more a little bit. Get Brock?
We must strike them down. The barrier appears. Barrier is nearly
We're watching. Here we go. Nothing really happening. You're doing fine. That's a play by your Hanzo. That was certainly a decision your Hanzo made. Wait for it. All right. Yep. You're getting stuck in the middle of their team, and they're all playing around you. Like everybody is. They're all just doing something around you, and you're just standing there. One, you got to play cover more. Back up a little bit around that corner. That is, you're playing into like multiple line of sights to the team, which means they can shoot you from different angles. You got to be careful of that. Watch out. That was a rock. Oh, you're trying to rock the Venomine? Yeah, I do that all the time. If you don't get the Venomine, what else are you going to do? Rank is this gold. Remember, you can clear the mines with your shield. Don't walk into them. Could be a pretty good ult. Oh, yeah. Don't. Even if your ult misses, try not to overcommit to the ult, because otherwise this is what happens. Your ult missed. You didn't get the elim of the ult. That's fine. Back up. Don't try to drop down and get the soldier, because you're still going to be out of position and more than likely lose the team fight. Give your team opportunity. And we're on to Orisa, which, by the way, I think the swap off of Sigma may have been slightly late, but you did have a good attack to the point where you captured it, so I'll give you that. This should be a little bit better, I'd say. I'd say Orisa should be a little bit better against her comp. Wow, that Widow's reaction was certainly something. Well, what are the chances that Widow got mad at their supports for not healing them? What are we thinking here? Good job there. Preventing the ball from making a play. That Widow's like, heal me! Meanwhile, they're standing still AFK on the cart. Like, okay. Yeah, let me get on that one. Here we go. You're standing still. Be careful. Remember, nice job. Nice job. Remember to play corners. Right to your left. That would be where you want to play. Don't go too deep here, because you're going to go... Uh-oh. Now you're in the middle of the open. Good luck. They can shoot under the cart. When I say play cover, look at this. This right here, right? See this wall? You're going to see the thing here. This wall, you have cover in line of sight. If you stay in the middle over here, you're going to get rolled. They can also shoot under the cart. This is your cover. This is your safe spot as playing as like Orisa. As a tank, this is where you play. Right here. All over here. Play behind this wall. I'm telling you.
First month down, let's go.
That was something. Is it ult? Yeah, there it is. You're discorded. You're discorded, yep, and... Yeah. Play cover, just hide behind the wall. One of the walls, you have two. You have two to choose from. Two walls to choose from. Please, you got this. Cover. Play cover. Play cover. That's not cover. That's middle of the open. That's Oh, there you go. Now you're using and you're gotta play cover.
Tactical visor activated.
Here we go. Not bad. Okay. You know, I respect going for the Widow there. You have numbers. All right, now your focus here. They have a Zenyatta. Remember, anybody returning to the game now, new to Overwatch, if they Discord orb you, if you have good cover, you can hide behind a wall. Then you cannot be Discorded for 7 more seconds. That was a recent change like a few months ago. So you will not have to, you won't get Discorded. So I see you also being Discorded for a while because you're kind of staying in the middle. Hide behind walls, and that will get rid of that. All right, you just kind of... They can shoot under the cart. They can shoot under the cart. The cart on this map is not the best cover. Unless, like, first point, where the angles are a little bit differently, they can shoot under the cart. How do I know this? Because I get shot under the cart. And then I go, wow, I can't believe they can shoot under the cart. Yeah, you're losing the point here. Unless you have maybe Zenol in 2 seconds. Yeah, but they have to go to point. Oh, wait a second! That would have looked cool, right? Okay, now you're on Zarya. That's an interesting hero swap here. Okay, I was gonna say Queen. Queen's good. I don't mind Queen here. Queen kind of helps your teammates survive accidentally sometimes because you just use your shout. I don't mind Queen here, especially if you don't have the hero pool to go against the ball, which is totally fine. Alasor, thanks for the 17 months of the tier 1. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. Nice pull. And good for pulling the ball, too, which is good. Okay, not bad. Play cover. Play cover. Use your shout if you need to. It saves your team. And he's out of position. Fantastic. Thanks to the 15 months of the Phoenix Prize. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on. Here we go. Nice. Good job getting the mag. Well played. See the Zen top left? Knife them. Zen's top left. Oh, that works for the soldier too, but I will say, that Zenyatta sitting in the window there is asking just to be knifed off the high ground and pulled down. You went for it, but that would have happened much sooner. You did get the soldier though, so that's all hindsight, right? I'm okay with the soldier play. Here we go. Spins. Nice play. We're all running to the cart now, 1 by 1, because it's overtime. At that point, there's no teamwork. You just run to the cart. Yep, there it is. Nice pull. Your queen's been pretty good here. I actually think the queen might have been a good opportunity for you to go a little bit earlier on, because you're doing a good job. You saw May. You saw May. Yep, you did see the May. Okay. Don't be afraid to shout early if you need to, because your teammates are also there. There you go. That's a good shout in the sense that it keeps your teammates alive. Nice. There you go. There is mines behind you. Be careful. But you should have this team fight. Come on. You got more ults out. Play patient. Be ready to use your shout again in, what, 3 seconds? Yeah, that's good enough. I'm just trying to keep your team alive. That's why I know it's better to sometimes engage with shout with your team, but if your team isn't, like, have that comp, shout can save your team a lot. May on point. All right, make sure to thank their May We're deciding the mail at the end of a round of overtime here to where you can continue to keep going without having to worry about that. What rank is this? Gold. We're watching. Moira in your back line, no fade. I love how we've hit the other team plays really well until it gets to overtime, and now they all run to the cart one by one because it's overtime. I just want to point out again, chat, for the most part, in overtime, you have longer queues. No, longer queues. I'm sorry, I'm talking about my rank games. You have longer spawns, which means that if you have longer spawns, you have less team fights. So the worst thing you can do in overtime is run to the cart one by one. And then step 2, save your ultimates. If you're not going to be able to get good team fights there, stacking your ultimates is the play. But players have the tendency to run to the cart, use their ult 1v5, and then be like, why are we losing this? I don't get it. I'm getting on the cart because it's overtime. It's okay to be patient in overtime because you get less team fights on each point if you just keep feeding in. When does OWCS start? Noon for EU, I think. You got to be careful. I mean, this has literally just been their team has staggered. There has not been one team fight outside of the first team fight on first point. This is why it's why it's on the bingo card. It's why I prioritize, like, talking about overtime spawns. You need to be careful in overtime. If you go in one by one, this is how you end up with these 5-3s, 6-3s, etc. Oh, you team weapon card still? You might, because of those overtime spawns, you might struggle here unless you actually, you have Zen ult and Pulse. Actually, I don't think your Zen's there though. Your Zen needs the ult out of spawn to save him, otherwise we won't even have an opportunity. I was gonna say. Okay. I mean, a good attack, though. Like, if you're on attack right there, if I'm on attack right there, I certainly ain't complaining. Straight up. If I'm on attack right there, I'm like, okay. I still like the queen pick here. Let's see how it goes. Mischievous, thanks for the free response. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Sorry. Let's see how this goes.
Keep our questionable choices.
Sorry.
Remember what we mentioned about cover earlier. Play cover. This is still considered cover. This is not considered cover. If your left would be the best. There you go. Right here is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. Stay at this angle. Force them to have to go around like a wide angle to get to you. This is good. Use your shout. Even if they get you, don't run at them. Force them into your cover. It helps you and your team. They can shoot under the cart. Under the cart. There you go. Out of cover. You've been out of cover. If you fall over, this is you. I know you lost teammates there, but play cover. It gives you those angles, and it forces them to be... It also enables your teammates to make plays. Number one issue, and we'll talk about it right at the end of the video, but, like, it's your position. Right now, your number one issue is positioning, and your kind of your unwillingness to switch off of that of Sigma when you're going against that ball comp, which, like I said, I sometimes do that too, so I understand it. So... Overtime soon. Be careful. You're going to get rolled if you do this. Okay. There you go. That's on you. Just regroup. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just regroup together. I'm telling you, it will go well.
Duplicating that too.
You held that corner. That's good. What rank is this? Gold. Your team doesn't have to run in one by one. Apparently you do, because you're going in one by one. Hey, you know what? Let's look at the positive note. You got window out. You didn't even do anything. Perfect. Nice. Regroup. Just take a team fight together. That's it. Overtime is all about just taking good team fights. Taking good team fights. Stacking ultimates, taking good team fights, especially when you have the lead. Nice start. Okay. Everybody's here. You have 5 now. This is your opportunity.
Surrender to my will.
Your Moira went in one by themselves. Okay. And maybe it's working. Wait a second. Oh, this is over. Oh, this is a dub. And look what happens when your team stacks up and works together. And that's what it's all about, right there. Your team stacks, you win an overtime game. Love to see it. Just remember to focus on your positioning. Your positioning, I try to showcase that a little bit when we drew on the screen. Also, if you're playing against a Wrecking Ball and you feel like you're not doing anything as Sigma, that's normal. Like that against Wrecking Ball, that can be a struggle sometimes. So be willing to make those swaps. Queen was a good swap. I also like Diva. Even go like Ramatch or something like that, but overall, I think you did okay. I think you improve on those things. You'll go there. And also, I love to see the regroup on that. That was awesome to see. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to all 3 YouTube channels. We have everyday uploads on there. A lot of awesome videos. Make sure to leave a comment. Comments help and all that. Heroes you like to see. Maps you want to see. Questions you have. Maybe we'll add those to videos. I don't know if we will, but maybe. If you want to submit your own, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That's you can submit your spectating or bunch of other stuff. We also record these live on stream. If you look below the webcam, you see the Twitch chat. Stop by. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.